Yeah, we've got a tough stretch of games, 3 games on the road. We're excited for the opportunity to go to San Diego and the potential to get 3 points, and then obviously a quick turnaround in CONCACAF against Club America, and then finish off the road trip with Houston away. So, yeah, it's an opportunity for us to bounce back. The spirits are still high. We're still really optimistic that we can finish in a positive position within the league table. It's come down to fine margins. We've spoken about that. The little details just aren't going our way, and we are very hopeful that it turns around in our favour.
Just kind of going off the road trip. I mean, it's a 3-game road trip. I don't know if the Pride have ever had a stand like this. Just how do you kind of prepare mentally for being on the road for 12 days and having 3 games in between that?
Yeah, I mean, we wouldn't have it any other way either. We want to compete in multiple competitions. We want to compete in CONCACAF. It's an objective of ours to finish as high as possible. So we're going to need every single player available. It's always helpful when you get off to a good start as well. We want to go to San Diego and win the game and take that momentum into the CONCACAF against Club America. And then obviously you want to finish the road trip on a high as well. So yeah, it's going to take everyone. Everyone is bought in. Everyone's putting a really good effort into team play. And yeah, it's an opportunity for us. It's not going away. We have to embrace the challenge ahead of us. And yeah, I think everyone, like I said, is in good spirits.
Looking ahead to San Diego specifically, what have you kind of seen just their recent form and since you last played them, what things have kind of changed on their end?
Yeah, listen, they're a team that likes to keep possession, draw you out, exploit the spaces that they've left. They've got some really high quality players that we have to be aware of. We remember the last time we played them, first half, they were very good, and it was new to what we had faced before in the league. I don't like to look on current form because it's a game by game sort of situation now wherever a team's at. But yeah, they're a good team, good quality players, a coach that's been around and played and worked under some really top clubs. And so, yeah, we're just really focused on ourselves and looking forward to the prospect of turning this season around.
How important is it for this team to have a good start to games? We've kind of talked about finishing the chances, but over this last recent form, games that you guys have conceded, you haven't been able to find points in. Just how important do you kind of put on the players to start quick and to kind of set the tone in games?
Yeah, I think there's a difference between good start and taking the lead, and I think there's been multiple games this year where we've had good starts but haven't able to take the lead. I'll probably give it up to not have a great start and take the lead and have something to hold on to, just based on where we're at. But yeah, I think this year we've had good starts. We've set a tone early on in the game. We've put pressure on. I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier. It's come down to fine margins against North Carolina. We had a good start. There was a moment where it gets cleared off the line, and that's just where we're at right now. If that goes in, then you've got a foothold in the game, and the outcome of the game can look very different. But I think we've had some good starts this year, and just capitalising on those moments is going to be important for us. Thank you.
With defender Kerry Abello, can you start us off with your outlook on this long road step coming up?
Yeah, long road trip coming up. Definitely. I mean, we had a long stint last week with Panama, but this one will be on the road the whole time, so that'll be new. But I think it's a good kind of like mindset reset for the team. I think we're excited to go on the road and go to 3 different places and hopefully get 3 big wins. So.
It's kind of going off of that. You have league game, then Champions Cup, then back to league again. Just kind of how do you kind of mentally prepare for the trip and just going between different competitions and different play styles, different teams, etc.
Yeah, I think it's really important to take it one game at a time. You can't look too far ahead. We don't have a ton of time in between games, so you got to just focus on one game, take care of business, and then with whatever time you have left, switch gears and focus on the next game. And I think that's our mentality going into the trip.
I guess going off that first game was against San Diego, what have you kind of seen from them just in terms of the last couple games? how they've changed since you guys played them?
Yeah, no, they've definitely evolved throughout the season. I mean, they have been a good team all season. I think that's the bottom line. Is although their style has evolved, they were good at the beginning of the season when we played them and got a win, and they're good now. So I think we'll definitely have to be on our game, and we're hoping for 3 big points.
This team, over the course of the season, has thrived when they've scored first and struggled when they have been coming, from behind.
Mm-hmm.
How do you kind of, adjust and make sure that this team starts on the front foot, starts early, and kind of tries to set the tone?
Yeah, it's been a really big focus of ours, and obviously it's easier said than done to score first. But it's definitely a big focus of ours to start the game strong and on the front foot and put them under a lot of pressure and get that goal. We need that first goal, and then we'll get it rolling. But we're trying to kind of create some of that luck right now.
You guys have been fine in terms of the chance creation, but like you said, it's the goal that's been the missing piece. And, last couple of games where 2 games ago you hit every part of the post.
Mm-hmm.
Last game where you had 2 off the line. Just how do you kind of maintain the mentality, knowing that you're getting closer, but it still just hasn't quite crossed that threshold yet?
Yeah, it's so frustrating, right? I mean, we look back at the games and we're so disappointed with the results, but then we watch the film back and, like you said, we have hit the post a bunch of times, hit the crossbar. We're right there. We're creating so many chances. We're outplaying a ton of our opponents, and then they're conceding we're conceding their 1 or 2 chances that they get, and that's the reality of football. It's just how it is. You need a little bit of luck on your side sometimes to win games, but that's why I said I think we're really in the mindset of we're trying to create our own luck, and I really believe that once a few come, they'll all start coming, and we'll start to score more goals. But we need a little bit of luck sometimes too.
Going off the chance creation, I wanted to ask you about Jackie, obviously coming into the team, kind of adapting. You've played on the same side as her for most of the games that you've played in now. Just kind of how have you seen her in terms of adapting to the team? How have you kind of helped her in just playing with her on that side?
Yeah, no, I think she's adapting great. I think it's difficult to come to the NWSL from any league, right? We're a really aggressive transitional league, but I think Jackie's doing really well. She brings something completely different to our team. She's got that left foot. She brings some really good service. She works really hard. And so although I think she's still adapting, she has a great mindset and attitude to work really hard and kind of help us solve problems with her. So yeah, I love playing with her.
Been able to practice your Spanish a lot with her?
Yeah, I have. It's actually been really good for me. I'm pulling the Spanish out of the archives, blowing the dust off. It's been good. I think we're all kind of pitching in a little bit with our Spanish.
How excited are you to be able to play in another country, going to Mexico, and being able to play over there as well?
Yeah, I'm so excited. It's a really big milestone for the Pride. Obviously, last week in Panama, that was our first ever international game that the Pride's ever played. And I wasn't on that trip, but hopefully I'll be going to Mexico. And so I'm really excited. To just be a part of that history and face international competition. You never know how good you really are till you start playing teams from all over the world. So I'm excited about it.